Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you about the Cone Packer 300. I'm going to show you the parts that come with the machine, how to put the machine together, how to pack pre-rolls with this machine, and how to optimize your process to create high quality pre-rolls. Your machine will come with a vibrating base. This includes also a rheostat motor. This allows you to control the vibrational power of the machine. Under this catchment tray, you'll see a vibrating motor attached to the bottom of it. It'll come with two holding trays. We have one here and one down here. It will come with a metering tray and two metering masks. These metering masks allow you to change the height of the metering tray, and this effectively changes the volumetric filling that you fill per run. So this is your metering tray. This is the part that you fill with the cannabis, and you meter out the amount of cannabis you'd want to put into the pre-rolls. This metering tray holds about 0.25 grams. Underneath this, we have the filling tray or loading tray. This is where we'll load the cones into, and then we'll put the metering tray on top of there. I'll show you fully how to put this machine together in just a second. Okay, first things first is right here, we'll plug this into the rheostat. So there's an outlet right here that we could plug into. And we won't plug this into the power yet, but we'll put this down. You'll want to take one of your holding trays. You'll want to take one of your holding trays and place it over this catchment tray. And you'll want to make sure that you have it oriented the right way. The next step is then to install the loading tray over that. And then we will put the metering tray into the machine right here. And again, there is an orientation so that you can slide the metering tray back and forth to open the holes and release the material into the pre-rolled cones. So now we'll finally plug this into the power, like so, and we'll just want to make sure the rheostat is off before we do that. And you'll see that the vibrating motor does work. So now our machine is fully set up and ready for packing. Okay, now the fun part, I'm going to show you guys how to pack pre-rolls with this machine. So first things first is you're going to want to remove this metering tray before you load any cones. And then you're going to want to do one more step before you load cones. You're going to want to lift these handles up so that you have the proper amount of height to fill the cones with. Okay, now I'm just going to start filling some cones here. There's 300 holes in this machine, so you can fill 300 cones into the machine. And I just grab a stack of cones and I just start dropping them in one by one. So now that you've filled all your pre-rolls into the individual holes, the next step is to take your metering tray and install it on the top. Now, as you remember before, this metering tray slides back and forth in an open position and then in a closed position. So we want it in the closed position so that we can fill all these holes with cannabis. So I'm going to pull out the cannabis that we've already ground, and we ground this in our industrial grinder. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to pour this cannabis material in top and fill each hole. So we're just going to spread around the cannabis to make sure that each hole gets filled. Okay, so now that all your holes have been evenly filled with cannabis, we want to make sure that it's very even, otherwise we'll get very different weights. So we'll just do a final spread here to make sure. It's better to overfill a little bit than to underfill. And then next, what we'll do is before we run any vibration, we'll open the metering tray. and allow the material to fall through. What we'll want to do is we'll want to give it a couple smacks so that the material really does fall through. And then we will lift the metering tray off here, set it aside. And then what we will do is we will lift up the cones. And then we will run the vibration. So when you start the vibration on this machine, first of all, you're going to want to start it on the lowest setting, and you're going to want to make sure that you turn it onto variable and not full. So when you start on the lowest setting and you turn it on to variable, you're going to want to run on this setting for about 30 seconds. Then when you turn it up, you may want to run it on a higher setting for about 15 seconds. And then turn it up a little bit more, maybe run it on that setting for 5 seconds. And then you're going to want to turn it back down, maybe do a final pack. It's all really going to depend on your strain and your grind and how your material feels, what kind of moisture content does it have, how sticky is it. So you're really going to have to optimize this variable control based on your specific process and your specific strains. So this is going to take a bit of testing and development. But that's really the beauty of this machine, is that you are fully in control. All right, so now that we've run our packing regime on our pre-rolls, what we're gonna do here now is we're gonna wanna lift these pre-rolls out of the machine. So first step is to first lower these pre-rolls back down. If we see any pre-rolls that stick out, we just give them a gentle push down with the palm of our hand. Okay, now we will lift up this loading tray. We can lift up the holding tray, bring it to the side, and we can start weighing, twisting, and packaging our pre-rolls. All right, so we've twisted a couple dozen pre-rolls here, and now these are nice little 1/4 gram pre-rolls, perfect for a little solo session. And so I'll just set these to the side for now. And one of the nice things about this machine is, while you have your other employees, twisting, weighing, and packaging these pre-rolls, we have another holding tray so that another employee can get right back to filling. And as you know, since twisting and weighing takes the most time, you want the most hands on this part while you just have one person maybe operating the machine. And since this machine is a square, you can have 4 people around this tray, twisting, weighing. And so you can have a lot of people on the back end operation of the weighing, the twisting, and the packaging, and just have one person operating this machine. And another nice thing is, once we're done here and we want to clean up, we can just remove this catchment tray, gather all our excess material, and put it just right back into our bucket here. And we can do that same thing with the other parts of the machine. And this machine is super easy to clean. It's totally compatible with isopropyl, or if you just want to use some Dawn liquid soap and water, that works as well. You can access the bottom by lifting this up so you can clean out any resin or material that fell through there. And you can just use a little brush to clean each one of these holes if you need to. And so this is a super durable machine. It's made with high quality plastics. It's very durable if this machine gets dropped. And in fact, this one did get dropped, and there's just the tiniest of dents right there. That's the only damage that happened when we dropped this little piece right here. And so I hope you guys enjoy the machine. If you have any questions or want more information, then visit our website at www.customconesusa.com. Thank you.